Hey, I'm Taylor from Ragnarok Studios in Coastal Bushcraft, and today we're doing another tutorial for tribal leaders. Today we are doing this card. We are equipping our fire kit specifically with Char-Cloth and the various ignition sources that we can use. Let's do it. So fire needs three things. It needs heat, it needs a fuel source, and it needs oxygen. What we're gonna do is we're gonna superheat natural material while depriving it of oxygen. This is gonna carbonize it, creating a charred material like charcoal. Now there's many ways to do this. So we're gonna cover multiple ways of making Char-Cloth, multiple sources for that char, multiple ways to ignite it, and then how to construct a tinder bundle to put that char in and blow it into flames. Now we're gonna do the traditional method of making Char-Cloth, which is using natural material. I'm gonna cut this into squares. When it comes to your container, this has a hole punctured in the top and the bottom, just a small hole, enough for the gases to escape and the smoke, but it won't let the oxygen in. Just gonna place our natural material in here that's gonna be charred, place it in the hot coals. As you see those gases and smoke escape and stop, that's your visual cue that this is almost ready. Now we got some punk wood. This is some old punky cedar. I'm just gonna break this up, not too much. Put it in this container, it's going in. Smoke has stopped coming out of here for a minute or two. I'm gonna take it out of the fire. I don't wanna open it or reintroduce oxygen in there. It could ignite it. It's gonna cover it up. I'm gonna leave that away from the fire until it cools down and I can touch it and open it up. So this tin is cooled to the touch. It should be good to open it up. And inside, pieces of our towel are now charred. Once Char-Cloth starts burning, it's actually very hard to put it out. The more you blow on it, the more it ignites. Then we would drop this into our tinder bundle. Okay, now I'm gonna try something that I've never done before, which is using a tin can. This scenario could be if this is something you brought camping with you or backpacking, and now you can use that to make Char-Cloth. I'm gonna use some cattail seed fluff and some lichen in there. Pinch this closed, put a bit of a fold in it. Okay, now let's see what happened inside our tin can. Cattail and lichen. So this next scenario is with a water bottle and a nesting cup, meaning they fit together. So say this is something you would bring backpacking or camping with you, and you could then use. I'm gonna use inner bark from cedar. I'm gonna stuff it in. I can put the nesting cup on this side and put that in the middle of the fire and surround it by coals. Okay, and here's our water bottle and cup that we put in the fire with the inner cedar bark inside. As you can see, very charred. Take those sparks very easy. Okay, so another way we can make Char-Cloth if we don't have a container is just to hold the material over the fire, burn it, put it out, burn it, put it out, until you get a char. Okay, so now when it comes to constructing your tinder bundle, you have ideally three different stages. You have your coal extender, which is your lightest, fluffiest, driest material right in the center of the bird's nest you're gonna create. That's where you're gonna drop your ember from a friction fire. That's where you're gonna put your Char-Cloth that's glowing, and that's gonna help expand that and make a bigger ember that can then ignite the second finest material, which here I have some dried lichen, I have cedar bark that's been really highly processed. Your third is a little bit coarser, something that can be wrapped around that you can hold on to, and that once this starts to flame and burn, it gives something a little thicker to take that flame and continue to burn and actually turn into a flame rather than just kind of smolder. Thank you for watching another Tribal Leaders tutorial. For more awesome information, check out these decks. Go to ragnarokstudios.com. These decks are full of survival information, edible and useful plants. For more awesome content for Ragnarok, go to our YouTube page and subscribe. Thanks.